Hi everybody, thank you for watching my video last week, and here I am again for the second week of the Lloyd League video chat, and I hope everyone is doing well. Um, Sorry Katie, no baby this week. I know you asked for more baby in the videos, but we don't have that. So this is week 2, and what happened in week 2? Brandon Jacobs throws his helmet into the stands. And I just know one thing. If I'm getting hit with that helmet, I'm not leaving there without a souvenir. I'm like grabbing my hot dog and smearing the ketchup on my face and saying I'm bloody and that's evidence and I have to keep it or something. No way I let them take it. It's like, why was that guy just sitting there holding it? He should have been like covering it up and crouched down and pretend to be crying. That's what I would have done. I would have pretended to cry to get a souvenir. So that's what happened in week 2. Fantasy-wise, we got some special awards this week. High scoring manager of the week was Mr. Johnny Lamb, from worst last week to first this week. So he's a little unstable here in what he's doing, but he had a great week. Frank Gore came through for him, and he had a really good play. High scoring starting player. This week, the highest scoring starting player was not the highest scoring player overall, as we'll see once we get to the benchings. But the highest scoring starting player was Matt Schaub, who Tom J had starting, and that was 33 points. That was a crazy game. That's the game that Cisco used to crush me this week. Houston versus the Redskins. All right, the worst 3 starters this week were tied for second. Quay and Ray started Lee Evans and Robert Meacham respectively for 0 points each. And then coming in first, Tim started Brett Favre, which was horrible. But at least he didn't start Vince Young, who would have even been more horrible. So while he was lowest scoring, that would not have been a good play to not start Brett Favre. Unless you can start nobody. I don't know if you can start nobody, but he should have started nobody. Alright, worst benching. Second place, Yi Yang benched LaShawn McCoy in favor of Jamal Charles. That cost him 24 points. And then Quay benched Javid Best, hence the team name change, as you may have noticed, benching Javid Best for Steven Jackson. And while Steven Jackson had a decent game, Javid Best just went nuts, so that was a 31-point difference. We had a couple close matchups this week. Obviously, the closest one was the brother match between the Fat Brothers, and that was 0.18 points. So 2 more yards for Den would have done it for him, but no, wasn't happening. All right, and the other close match was Quay versus Tim, and that one was about 1.5 points. And obviously the Javid Best thing kind of killed him this week. So as well as starting Lee Evans, I don't know. Does he have any receivers that could have made that play for him? Looks like if Quay would have started Brandon Lloyd, Mario Manningham, either of those guys could have done something good for him, or Johnny Knox, any of them, but not Lee Evans. All right, we have 4 undefeated teams. That's pretty good this far into the year. You'd expect there to be about 3, but we got 4 right now. And so the 4 undefeated teams are Cisco, Tom J, Tim, and Dean. Interesting note, we have 4 teams that are undefeated. We have 4 winless teams. That's me, Yi Yang, Den, and Katie. And then the other 4 teams are all 1-1. So we've got a nice distribution there. However, if you look at this upcoming Week 3 matchups, all of the undefeated teams are playing one of the 1-1 teams. So after Week 3, we could have anywhere from 0 to 4 undefeated teams. So all those teams could still be undefeated. What does that mean? That means the 4 winless teams are playing each other. It's like our own personal version of the consolation bracket this early in the year. So us in the consolation bracket, we can guarantee that there will be exactly 2 winless teams after Week 3. Alright, power rankings this week. Like I mentioned before, we've done power rankings in prior years. They're based on 3 things: your win-loss record, your points overall, and then your breakdown, which is a ranking of how you would have done if you had theoretically played everyone every week. Alright, so what do the power rankings look like? Number 12, Katie. Sorry. Points are bad. Win-loss is not there. You're number 12. Number 11 is Den. Um, Den's not doing very well in the breakdown. He hasn't had favorable matchups and wouldn't do well in that. Doesn't have very many points. Number 10, Yi Yang. No wins yet. Points are okay, but still number 10. Number 9 is Ray. Ray got by with a lucky win this week to beat Katie. So Ray's points aren't up there either, but he does have a win, so he's in number 9. Number 8 is Quay. He's kind of going middle of the road here. He's got a win. His points are slightly below average, but hanging in there for a good middle of the road play. Johnny is number 7. Johnny's 7th on points. He's got one win, so he's doing okay. Number 6 is me. I don't have any wins, but my points are okay. So I've had some tough competition, so I've got a chance to come back as we go on through the year. Number 5 is Dean. He's got 2 wins, fair amount of points. Got a little lucky last week. Didn't have a lot of points, but played Den, who had even less. Number 4 is Tim. So Tim has 2 wins. His points aren't all that good, but he has the 2 wins, so he's doing okay. Number 3 overall power ranking is Will. Will did lose this week, but his overall points is still very good, and he was the high scorer in the first week. Or, I'm sorry, second high scorer the first week. Number 2, Tom J. Lots of points, 2 wins, very good. And number 1 power ranking so far through week 2 is Cisco. Very well done. Alright, that's power rankings. Just a reminder, waivers are due tonight, so get those in before tonight. You can always talk on the message boards and on the Smack Talk and the team status and everything like that. So it's more fun when people do some Smack Talk and are participating, so I'd encourage you all to use the message boards and talk a little smack, have a little fun. It'll all be good. Alright, and finally a story before I sign off for this week. I had a dream this week. This is a true story. I had a dream where I was a professional football player, a quarterback, and I was at an autograph signing. Sitting here, people were bringing balls and jerseys and stuff up, and I was signing them. A little boy comes up to the table, and he says, "Josh, I just want you to know that you're my favorite player, and I think you're a great quarterback." I said, "Hey, thanks, kid." And he says, "No, really, I'm going to be an NFL quarterback when I grow up. I'm going to follow in your footsteps." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I hear that all the time." So I was like, "Well, you work hard and you do that, and maybe someday you'll be an NFL quarterback." And then I said, "What's your name, kid?" And he looks me straight in the eye and goes, "Matt Hasselbeck." Childhood Matt Hasselbeck is haunting my dreams. I'm very worried. Alright, that's all for this week. I'll catch you guys later. See you later.